okay, it's different. It's different.
It's definitely different.
Yeah. So we made the broth ourselves. It's basically just pork bone broth. It's really easy. Yeah.
Tell them how
Really
you
simple.
made it.
2 pounds of pork neck bone, some slices of ginger, and green onions. Yeah.
We made it for an hour.
Yeah, we let it boil for an hour. Oh, and we have like our secret special sauté sauce. Secret sauce. Okay, today we're going to be talking about Instagram and Snapchat.
So, Michelle and I were talking about how, you know, everyone has such different ways of using each social media platform. Like, Michelle, you were saying you don't really use Snapchat as much anymore?
Yeah,
right?
actually, like, it's funny because before BCIT, before going to college, I didn't have Snapchat. That was only like 2 years ago, and then at first I still didn't have it, and then the second semester, like my classmates forced me to download it because everybody else had it and I didn't have it. I was just like, what is this Snapchat thing? Because I just like pretty much just came back from Taiwan.
Yeah, I was gonna say
and
that.
like it's not a thing there. Snapchat's not popular there, so I didn't know.
It's definitely more popular now though, too. Like for Hong Kong at least. I remember.
But they have their own versions. Yeah.
What are the versions in Taiwan?
I don't know because I don't use them.
For Hong Kong, I remember when I was when I went back to Hong Kong back in 2013, that was when people in Vancouver started using Snapchat a little more. And I had it, but I didn't really understand it. And that was way before Snapchat even had stories. Back then it was just Snapchat and friends was the only option. You can't have groups, you can't have story. I really like it when they add a story because it's sort of like less annoying.
Yeah.
Because before it would be like you'll send it to some people, but in my mind it's sort of like we're not even that close while you're sending me stuff. Or I feel the same way for if I wanted to send someone something interesting, but if they don't find it interesting, it's sort of, I think it's all in my head. No one really cares. But I don't want to annoy anybody, whereas a story is sort of like, okay, someone has some free time in the day, and if they watch it, they watch it. If they don't, they don't. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's different. And back then they had best friends too, so you can look on your friends to see, you can look back to see what your other people's best friends are. So like you can see if you're in their top 3 or they're in their top 3. Now they've simplified it a lot. Because people were saying people were breaking up because of Snapchat. Because it's like, why is this girl your number 1 girl in your Snapchat? Who is this girl? Like I remember one of my best friends, she would obsess over it. She's like, he has some other girl who are on his top 3. I don't know who this girl is. Why do they talk so much? Why do they snap each other so much? But sometimes it's just like, even if it's like the second most, it goes on second anyway. But sometimes second most is like significantly less than the first person. Now it's just like, if you're mutual with their friends, it'll show. If not, it doesn't show. Or if you're their best friend, but you're not their best friend, it gives you that like smirk face, which is kind of funny. But now people break up or people stop talking and lose friends when they lose streaks.
I don't know the history of Snapchat because I only had it for like a year and a half. Not even, and I don't use it often. And then ever since Instagram stories came out, I used it even less. Like, decreased the usage because my friend was telling me how she was the same because basically she already had a following on Instagram and so it's just kind of the first mover's advantage, you know how like because Instagram was a older platform and a lot of people are already using it, and so they just added that feature, and then I think everyone was like kind of repelled to it at first because they were just bashing Instagram how you just copied Snapchat, like, right? But then like now a lot of people use stories.
I think the funny thing is a little bit of more history behind Snapchat or Instagram copying Snapchat. Facebook actually offered Snapchat, I believe, 4 to 5 times to buy their company, but they refuse because they're like, we're developing this own thing. We have all these great plans coming up for our own thing. You know, they don't want to integrate it.
Bought out.
No,
right?
They didn't want to be bought out. They had a lot of things that they wanted to keep to themselves, which I really do respect that.
Yeah.
And so Facebook, their way of retaliation, it's essentially doing stories because it's sort of like, why not do it on their own?
Yeah.
The funny thing about Instagram is that they use all 3 of their different platforms. So Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp is all owned by Facebook.
Yeah.
And they decided to roll out Story on all 3 platforms. And essentially it's like sort of beta testing and collecting data just to see how people react to each platform that it's on. Thus far, in my circle at the very least, the biggest one is Instagram. I don't think that many people actually post to my friend, or like my friends don't post on their own WhatsApp story a lot. And Facebook story too much. Adding on to what you said earlier about people using or choosing Instagram over Snapchat, I've actually noticed some of my friends, after talking to some of them, I've noticed some people stay on Snapchat because of the exact opposite reason. Because it's like, on Instagram sometimes you follow a lot of acquaintances who aren't necessarily your friends.
Yeah.
Whereas Snapchat, it's a tight-knit circle. You have to physically add someone in order to become friends.
That's
so it's
true.
There's more privacy, which I think is good too, just because these stories they're like a live version of your life.
Yeah.
I wonder how silly we look to older people though. Like
Probably ridiculous.
Sometimes when I'm eating outside, and I personally love taking pictures of food, and then I do it, and I love Snapchatting, so I'll Snapchat, and I'll also take pictures of food, so like that whole process when I'm eating out is like 10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
And one time I was with a bunch of other foodies, and we were at this tasting event, and all of us were actually walking around the restaurant with the food, and there was a guy sitting on the side who's like, are you gonna eat that? It was very judgmental. I think this generation is very weird to some people, and I get that. Even sometimes just eating out and I'm snapping, I'm like, oh darn. I'm doing it again kind of thing.
But it's just become the norm, like everyone does it.
Yeah, it's become more normal than, because back then people took pictures of food too.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be as many people doing it. Because they might be only people who like food a lot or like posting food a lot will take pictures of food. But now it's like everyone will take pictures of something.
Just to showcase their life, right?
Yeah. Which is kind of scary. I mean, that means that I know some people who don't. And I feel like less people use Facebook now too, compared to Instagram. For our age group, at least. Like Facebook has become more of a meme station.
Yeah.
Than sharing your life.
Tag people.
I think these tagging
On
posts is
memes.
actually really ridiculous.
Really?
Like some of them are funny, but some of them are like the ones that are, you know, a letter or a number equals certain thing, and then they're like, what are you gonna be this Halloween if your letter, like first letter of your first name, first letter of your last name, and they like pair things together. Or there was a period of time where it was like tag at, and then the letter, like tag at C, and then they owe you tacos.
Oh, right, yeah, I see
So
that a lot.
And I think that's really creative because kids love it.
Yeah.
But at the same time in my mind I'm like, I can't believe these people are able to make something so simple go viral.
Yeah.
It's so simple. And once these things go viral, once people follow them, they can start monetizing it, right? They make money off of these pages. Like meme pages you see on Instagram, they have over 1 million following, some of them. And that's crazy.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
That's a lot of money you can charge people to put something on there.
Wait, so how do people monetize those pages?
Once you have an audience, you can monetize anything.
Oh.
You can monetize everything.
But I thought Facebook, like they earn money off ads. So what do you mean by monetize though?
I don't mean Facebook making money. I mean these pages making money. Like people who have these pages because they have so many people following them. So if they're suddenly like coming out with a T-shirt, it's like dank memes. Like you know what I mean? Because there's no. Because they have people who have eyes on them.
So it's not okay. So let me just clarify. So it's not the pages that are making the money. It's the brand that they've created, basically, right?
Well, the page is still making money.
Wait, how? It's just a page.
Oh, what do you mean? The whole thing is making money.
The literal Facebook page that's making money. Like how? What are people buying?
Whatever they put on there.
Yeah, so it's like the merchandise that they're rolling out. That's making money. It's not the page.
If they're doing videos, like a lot of people who post memes nowadays, they have videos, and in the middle of videos, if you have an ad.
That I noticed.
There are so many now that like you want to watch something interesting, and in 20 seconds there'll be an ad, and another 15 seconds there'll be another ad. And they do it to like interesting videos, but these people already have a following of like interest, so you know what to put. Because all memes really are just putting a bunch of stuff that already exists together.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And you're like, you just make money off of this audience. But I feel like even though Snapchat and Instagram are pretty close in terms of competition, they both copy each other for certain things, but they both try to be their own thing in a way. Like some of the things I've seen Snapchat copy from Instagram, because they've noticed a lot of people do use Instagram and they don't want their changed behavior make them repulsed if they don't see these functions available on Snapchat. For instance, when Instagram stories first came out, you can press the right side for forward and left side for backwards to see the previous story. Snapchat didn't have that before. Snapchat only has like next. So you have to go all the way. You have to watch it again. So that's really interesting to see what Snapchat chooses to copy. Their geolocation is really good now. If you're interested. If you're traveling, I started doing this. If I'm traveling, I just look for places around me on both Snapchat and Instagram, and you can just like watch all the things that people have done in those places, or pictures that they've taken, videos that they've taken, and kind of get a good idea of what the area is like. Sometimes it kind of ruins the element of surprise, just a little, but it's pretty cool. There's another thing that's huge though. With people, once they gain a following, they start selling things. Adding on to that, I've noticed dog pages, they do that a lot. People with dog personal pages, they start selling collars, they start selling t-shirts, and they're really in it just to make the money.
People that have dog pages? So what do they do?
So for instance, they'll just post a bunch of dog pictures. And they'll like a bunch of people, or unfollow a bunch of people, and then they'll unfollow a bunch of people, and I'll only follow the big names. So the ratio seems really extreme. Where like following, or followers versus following, there's a big difference. So it feels like there's a fan base. And once they grow that following, they start selling t-shirts or collars. Like I saw one that was LED collars the other day. You can make money off of anything. Honestly, in this day and age, if you have a following, you can make money.
Yeah, I feel like that's being an influencer is like the typical millennial generation's dream job or something like that, right?
Yeah,
you just want attention. You want like,
Not even millennials. There's also another.
Or even
group.
Younger.
Even older. Mommy bloggers are a huge thing. If you look at mommy bloggers like Erin Ireland, Jillian Harris, and all of those, and then in Vancouver you'll see a lot of mom accounts that are trying to do the same thing. Because everyone wants that pool in the backyard. Everyone wants that perfect family and beautiful kids. Everyone wants to be themselves and just get paid for it.
Yeah.
I make sure like all my accounts are for certain things. So like on my own account, all the people I follow are friends. On my dog account, all the things that I follow are dogs. And on my food account, Toby and Boo.
Oh, that's you?
Yeah. Oh, I thought you knew. Okay, yeah, those are my doggies. Those are my doggies.
I had a feeling because those two are Pomeranians.
Yeah.
But I didn't know for sure because like it doesn't say in the description or anything.
Now you know.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah. And then I have a food account where everyone I follow is food. So that way, if I want to look at food things, I'll be looking on my food Instagram kind of thing. So it's like very well segmented.
Yeah.
It's nice that way.
I'm trying to do that too.
Add some seaweed. Dried seaweed because why not? It's actually not that much because it just shrinks. Ooh, I can make like tteokbokki seaweed. Seaweed tteokbokki.
That's a lot. Because it like separates. No, it doesn't shrink, it expands.
You expand.
Because it's dried and then now it has water, so it expands.
I don't like this with my clothes. Right? Feed you.
Because it soaks up a lot of the broth, right? And then
So
the broth is already really good because of all the ingredients we put in it.
So it's like pork bone flavor.
Yeah. So
Seaweed. Yum. And oh.
Okay, so we're gonna end the episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want